Get ready with me as I tell you why I broke up with my boyfriend last night. I met my boyfriend because I went to a new school this past year. I invited him to a Christmas party in December, and me and him instantly clicked. I really just feel like he wasn't the whole relationship, just wasn't putting in enough effort to call and text me all the time. And I really just thought that was him, trying to take things slow and stuff. And he just wouldn't text me the normal amount that a guy would. And I honestly had my guy friends calling me and texting me more, which is really weird. But I just thought that he just was like that. Literally had to communicate with him. Hey, I'm feeling really sad about just the way that I've been treated, And I texted him about it. And he's like, oh, I'm so sorry you feel that way. We can talk about it tomorrow and stuff. We never talked about it, and literally nothing changed. But I wanted to go to prom with him and everything, and we had already went to winter formal together, and so prom was coming up, and I was like, well, I can't break up with him now. So I was literally gonna break up with him the day after prom and everything, and I was like, let's just see how prom goes, just so that I don't he already bought my tickets and everything. I didn't want to ruin a good time and I have it be a huge scene and everything. Prom went well and everything, and I was just kind of making excuses for just his lack of effort, because he was in track and everything and working, and I was like, yeah, okay, that is, time consuming and everything. I understand that. I was just trying to be considerate and honestly give him the benefit of the doubt. It was always fine when we were together, but when we were away, he would just never call me or anything, and I would always be the one asking to hang out. He was super dry with text. Always. It wasn't I was invited over for dinner casually or intentionally just for me to meet his family. So graduation night was kind of where everything went downhill, because we went to a party and everything, and there just was so many girls all up on him and everything, and I honestly was just out of it and did not even realize it, and I just really didn't like that scene and everything, and I told him that I didn't want to party or go to parties anymore with him, just because everything just gave me anxiety. So fast forward to last night. I literally had to record this clip because I accidentally said his name in this. Fast forward to last night, me and my best friend were let's go work out at Planet Fitness and everything, but they were closed. We thought that they were open 24/7, but they weren't, and so we just did a cute little workout at her house, and then we were gonna go get a drink from this new place that opened up in town, and then I'm like, oh, let's see what my boyfriend's doing, and we check his location, and he's pulling in to a freaking bowling alley, right? And I see it, and I see that there's girls there, there's other people there. It's a whole hangout going on and everything, and he didn't mention none of this. He didn't say anything to this about me, didn't even invite me. How are you going out on a Saturday night without your girlfriend, not even telling her that you're going bowling and everything? And I'm just over here innocently just working out with my best friend, about to go get a little drink, and then he's over here out with girls. What? This is when it gets crazy, and this is when I literally am getting angry as I'm recording this. So mind you, I've dealt with so many guys before, just every guy in the past has obviously not treated me right since it didn't work out. And so I honestly just was at my last straw with him. This was more okay, I'm giving this one last chance in a way. I'm, the bare minimum. I was already dealing with all this stuff in the past, and then I see he's out not telling me. Best believe me and my best friend pulled up to the bowling alley. I literally pull up, blasting music. Mind you, he's freaking out in the parking lot with a bunch of people in a group, right? Girls too. And I pull up and I'm like, we're over. It's done. I'm like, we're over. He laughs. He's literally drunk. He's literally drunk in a parking lot, in a bowling alley parking lot with a bunch of people from our school. And I didn't know about it or anything. And he thinks I'm going to stay his girlfriend. You're actually insane. He did not care. He literally laughed. But then me and my girlfriend, my best friend, we went to go get a drink from the place that we had originally planned. Well, she skirted off after I said I was done with him and everything, and I started screaming out the window like a psycho. But I just had it, to be honest, with him. I literally never gave him an attitude during this relationship. I just was so fed up, to be honest. Come back to wait for them to walk out, because there was other people that weren't bowling from our school that were out there with us and everything. And then he walks, me and my best friend actually had to go to the bathroom, so we went back, and my ex-boyfriend or whatever is like obviously in the bowling alley, and I'm like, why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you invite me? He's like, they told me we couldn't invite anybody else. Like, what are you, a little kid? Can't invite your own girlfriend on a Saturday night to go bowling with you? That's insane. Me and him never went on a bowling date, mind you. And then later he's like, well, you told me you didn't want to party. I'm like, you're bowling, you're literally bowling, what are you on? Like, literally. So I started screaming at literally everybody there, everybody from my school, him, calling them all losers, because they are. Why do you need to drink to have fun? Why can't you just go bowl like a normal person? To be honest, I'm so sorry. Like, what? I literally can't tell you the half of it. Like, it honestly was a movie, to be honest. Like, the way that I was feeling, like, my anxiety was so high and everything, but I just was too mad to even care. And it's over. Me and him are done, obviously. He did not care. He doesn't care. One day he will realize, and we'll think back and be like, dang, like, probably should have invited my girlfriend out on a Saturday night when I'm going away for college soon and just told her we wanted to do long distance. Like, probably should have invited her to go bowling with me. Yeah, should have. But I didn't even cry about it. I'm not even going to, because I'm so fed up. Love you, girls.
I found out my fiance cheated on me the night before our wedding, and you'll never guess how I found out. Disclaimer, this is not my story time, it's that I mean on Instagram. Ladies, before you accept a proposal, make sure you really know your man. I met my fiance at the library of all places. He was there reading some books, and I just happened to sit near him. We made eye contact a couple of times. Obviously, we both studied at the same school, so we frequented the same library. Finally, after 6 months of making eye contact, I had to approach him. Then we entered what I thought was a healthy relationship. He eventually asked me to marry him 2 years later, and here we are. The night of his bachelor party, which was literally the day before our wedding, my fiance's best friend shows up to my apartment. It was 4 a.m. I opened the door and let him in. That's when he said he needed to tell me something and to please not overreact. This is when he shows me pictures and video of my fiance hooking up with 4 different women at his bachelor party. Lie number 1. He told me they were going to a sports bar. No, they went to a strip club. And the biggest lie of all, that he never approaches women. He's just too shy. That's when his best friend, let's call him Jack. Jack tells me that he doesn't think I deserve this. Obviously, I'm a wonderful fiance. I treat him really well. Not only was he making out with 4 different women, he went home with one of them. And he sent pictures of her apartment to his best friend. Now, I haven't broken up with him. He apologized and then told me that somebody put something in his drink. Do I have to believe it? We ended up getting married. My parents don't even know what happened. Am I dumb for staying with him? I mean, I do love him though.
Today was my first and last time ever shopping at Kendra Scott. I went in today, right, because I had a birthday coupon. I wanted to get some jewelry for myself. I go in, and immediately upon going in, nobody greets me. Okay, not that big of a deal. Doesn't really bother me. I've worked retail before. I don't greet every single human being that walks in the door. Not that big of a deal. But 2 girls come in after me, not even 10 seconds later, she immediately greets them. Okay, noted. No problem. And then I notice as I'm shopping, I'm being watched the entire time by the same employee. I mean, the entire time. From one side of the store to the other, I am being watched. I'm like, okay, cool. So I finally get my items. I go to check out, yada, yada, yada. And I call the manager upon leaving, because you're not going to be disrespectful to me and watch me in the store for absolutely no reason. So I call her and I told her about my experience. She's like, I'm so sorry that happened. Did you purchase something? What difference does it make if I purchase something or not? I said I did. She's like, oh, okay. I'm super sorry about that. And for the inconvenience, I'll give you 25% off. Here's my name. If you tell them this, they'll know, yada, yada, yada. It was probably just the weather. The weather? What does it raining have to do with your terrible customer service and me being watched throughout the entire store? Please let me know. And when she offered me the 25% off, I'm like, oh, no worries. I won't be back. This was my first and last time ever being here. No worries. No discount needed.